Greetings from the spare bedroom videocasting studio here in Eunice, Louisiana. Moving on to Unit 2. I hope you enjoyed Unit 1. Now that you've been through the first unit, you know the routines of the class. In Unit 2, you're going to have reading assignments. You're going to have a reading quiz, 3 attempts allowed, just like you did for Unit 1. You're going to have a writing assignment, and you're going to post drafts as you draft and revise in the Look What I Wrote forum for Unit 2. Everything is very much the same. The only addition to the routine that I'm going to speak about in a few moments is going to be the evaluation criteria, because your first Unit 1 diagnostic essay was not graded. It was for practice. It was to try to get used to the routines, to help you get your feet on the ground. Well, your feet are on the ground now, so we're going to move on for our first writing assignment for a grade. You might want to pause right now to print out this handout that's in Unit 2. This is the evaluation criteria for the essay that you're going to write in Unit 2. It's going to be the descriptive narrative is the name of this. The name of the assignment, descriptive narrative. You might want to hit the pause button and print this out, and you can refer to it in a few moments when I speak more about it. Unit 2, we begin our survey of the different patterns and methods of development. One of the things that's different about Unit 2 compared to the rest of the units the rest of the semester, we're going to combine two different methods that your textbook covers, description and narration. I put them together because they go together. It makes sense writing narrative to use descriptive qualities in the writing. So rather than write a descriptive piece and a narrative piece, let's just write a descriptive narrative. And one assignment will work for everybody. Let's go ahead and look at the criteria, because one thing you're going to know, all right, this is a new feature, but those 5 criteria you see on this page, every assignment the rest of the semester, units 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7, you're going to have an evaluation criteria list just like this. Actually, criteria 1, criteria 4, and criteria 5 are identical in all the rest of the writing assignments. Units 2 through 7, criteria 1, 4, and 5 don't change. The ones that will change from unit to unit will be criteria 2 and 3, because those criteria are going to measure your adaptation and implementation of the rhetorical theory called for in the Longman Reader. You're going to be reading about effective description and effective narration. Well, criteria 2 and criteria 3 relate to the qualities of your writing that the textbook talks about, the degree to which you show mastery and competence in employing those techniques and in using the method that the Longman Reader covers. So this is a new routine for Unit 2, but it will be a consistent routine for the rest of the course, the criteria for evaluation. I do not plan to mark anything on any of your drafts that you turn in for a grade. You're going to turn them in my courses. I'm going to read your paper. I'm going to return back comments on the paper with notes, but I'm not actually going to mark on the paper. And the ratings total on this criteria list is what's going to determine the grades you get on the paper. You'll notice at the bottom, well, first of all, you have 5 criteria. They're rated 3, 2, 1, or 0, 3 being excellent, 0 being unacceptable. If you get excellent on all 5 criteria, you get 15 out of 15. Well, that's an A+. You get a 100% grade. Down at the bottom of the sheet, it breaks down the grades in descending order as the total of rating points goes down. But each one of those ratings criteria is going to get a 3, 2, 1, 0. All right. In the feedback that I'm going to return after you turn the paper in, I'm going to list those 5 ratings along with comments. I'm not going to mark on the paper itself. But it's very important for you to understand what these criteria are. Your reading the Longman Reader is also going to help inform your understanding, especially the ones related to the theory of narrative and description that are covered in the textbook, because those criteria come pretty much straight from the Longman Reader. If you read closely, you'll notice that. A couple of features also in the criteria that are the same throughout the rest of the semester. You've got to note this. If it's in red print, that means beware, right? A paper with any of the criteria rated 0 will not be eligible for a passing grade, regardless of the ratings total. In other words, say you did a pretty good job for criteria 1, 2, 3, and 4. You had a mix of 2s and 1s. Not great, but it totals up to 9 or 10 points altogether. And you see if you got 9 total points, you should get a C, right? But say for criteria 5, just for example, the paper received a rating of 0, which means it's not acceptable. If you get a rating of 0 for criteria 5, that means the paper has so many errors and they're so distracting that it affects the reader's ability to fluently read your paper. All right, that disqualifies the grade from receiving a passing grade. So you have to understand that an unacceptable rating for any of the 5 criteria will automatically require that you get a grade of F. Unfortunately, it does happen. That's just to help you understand that criteria. The next bullet point in red also, you'll notice, pertains to plagiarism. A paper that includes any plagiarized content is subject to a grade of 0 and no credit granted for completing the assignment, blah, blah, blah. You've seen the plagiarism statement in the essential course information. You can literally get thrown out of the university with an F in the course and noted on your permanent record, expulsion for academic dishonesty. It's just not worth the risk, folks. And I got some pretty handy tools to help catch it too. So don't think you can outfox this old English teacher. All right, that is pretty much an overview of what we're going to be doing in Unit 2. You know the routines now for reading, quizzing, posting, and responding. The only new thing now is to understand how this grading is going to work. Just another, I guess, point to put your mind at ease, this next assignment is only worth 50 points. So we went from no grade to a half grade, and then starting in Unit 3 the rest of the way, all the essays will be worth 100 points. But we're still trying to easily nudge you into the process so that you'll do okay. All right, if you have any questions, be sure to post them. You can email me, you can text me, you can call me, and we'll go from there. I look forward to working with y'all in Unit 2.